With some evaluation that we did recently with families, I love the story that a parent told us about 3 weeks after having had an experience in the museum of creating a landscape with transparencies, looking at Western landscapes. While driving home from the mountains, the kids said to the parents, "Oh, look, this is just like those landscapes that we made in the museum." And I think that speaks to this point of, in some ways, isn't our jobs and a role for us is to support that connection with daily life and to support the connection with the family life outside the museum. And I hold on to that story because it makes me then think about, all right, well then how do we create the conditions? What are those projects that are going to have relevance and are going to resonate 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks after the museum experience?
You know, you've spoken a whole lot about the goals, and as we think about this attention being given to a very special kind of audience, I think one of the things we need to do is back up and talk about the process of planning for the family experience. Because it takes awareness of wanting to have these kinds of opportunities. You want to connect it to life outside of the museum. That's part of the goal. Then you begin to have a framework for saying, what are the experiences that can do that? And you can move from that framework into developing programs and learning opportunities that are very carefully planned to address these kinds of specific things. I've thought about this for years of how often, whether it's in an exhibit or in a program, it's very simple to do something that we love. You know, I have thought about, we always wanted to see that collection on exhibit, so let's do an exhibit around tea services and the whole thing of how people took tea in the past. And then I think, and how many people in the audience would vote for that? And, you know, we can provide it, but what is it that we could do either with that collection or with other things that address what the audience might be interested in? And what is it that our visitors take from our experience, particularly in this kind of learning together?